empty, one box. Oh, you guys know what this is? Yes, it is a transistor radio. Looks like a Pepsi can, but it's not. It's actually a transistor radio.
Looks like what a Pepsi can used to look like.
And I can't even get static. That's the way it goes sometimes. But ideally, you turn this thing on, and it picks up radio frequencies. You realize there are words flying through the air here? And music. And I'm not talking about angelic. There's probably that also. But simple radio waves are passing through here right now. And if this was a real quality transistor radio, I might pick up a few of them. But there's not a single station I'm even getting static on. Some days are like that. Some days in our lives, we don't even bother to pick up the static of what God's trying to say, let alone tuning in clearly to what God's trying to say. See, God speaks to us all the time. We have a built-in receiver of God's voice. But all too often, we've got a lot of other noise going on. We've got so many other things happening that we don't bother to hear that still, small voice of God. When the prophet was in the cave, mighty wind went by. God wasn't in the wind. Mighty fire went by. God wasn't in the fire. An earthquake happened. God's voice wasn't in the earthquake. It was after all of that, after all the fancy show, the brightness, all the noise, all the motion, then God spoke in a still small voice. We need to take time out of our life to get away from the noise. Maybe you've got your radio on too loud as it is, or the TV, or all the family in, which is a great thing. I've got a son coming in today. But sometimes you end up with all that busyness. Certainly you guys have been busy this past week or so. I can't believe you guys are here. It's so great to have you here. I've never had anybody who was in church 2 days after their wedding before. That's fantastic. 3 days? 2 days.
We were in there the Sunday after our wedding.
Yeah. We weren't.
That's because there was a blizzard.
But we need to, yeah, they didn't even have church today after our wedding. We need to take time and get ourselves away from all of the other noise and busyness of life and listen to that still small voice of God. Hear that going on. So think about that next time next time you see a transistor radio, which won't be in the near future, or maybe next time you see a Pepsi can. Just think of getting away and hearing that still small voice of God.